I've been working with the Orchestre Philharmonique de Radio France for a long time, since I was a teenager. When Mikko became music director, I then got to work with him with this orchestra, and I've seen how everyone has grown together over the years. When we played our first concerts of my artist residency this past season, we were doing some festival performances of Sibelius, and I just heard all of the colors. I heard how everyone was playing together. I heard the drama, I heard the expressiveness, and I heard the unity in the group. And working with that was like riding a big wave, and it was amazing. This orchestra has so much expressiveness. They play with a lot of colors. They're still having fun, but they're serious and they're in the music. It's really nice to work with them, and I've played so many different pieces with them. I think that they can adapt to a lot of different repertoire, but having played a lot of different repertoire, I particularly wanted to do these pieces with them, the Raoul Tavara, Prokofiev, and Chausson. And it was just like, that would be my dream recording with this orchestra and with Mikko. So I couldn't have thought up a record that I would have wanted to do more, and the fact that it all got to happen is just amazing to me. The newest piece on this recording is Deux Serenades by Eino Johanni Raoul Tavara. It was his final work. If you look at the score, you can see the moment at which he stopped orchestrating. He wrote the whole violin part, he wrote the sketch of all of the orchestra part, he wrote the entire orchestration for the first serenade, and for the second one, he stopped in the middle. One of his students, Kalevi Aho, finished the orchestration. And it was written actually for me and Mikko Franck and this orchestra. Normally his titles were in English, but they were in French in this case, and some other indications were in French. It was something that Mikko had discussed with him, but didn't know that he'd written. And when he passed away, Mikko went to the funeral. Raoul Tavara's widow took Mikko back to the house and showed him the manuscript. That's when I found out that it existed. It's like a suspension, it's like a musical suspension waiting to be completed. And I feel like with this recording, it completes his full repertoire. It's really an honor to be part of that. Prokofiev Concerto No. 1 is really unique in that it has almost on every note a different tone color, a different technical demand, and it changes so fast. So you have to be ready to play everything in the next second, but stay in the moment. And it's really quite a mental challenge, but it's also super fun because there's one acrobatic thing after another in the fast sections. But there's musical purpose behind it, and the physicality of playing that particular piece is connected to the musicality. The harder you play it, the more the music can take at that moment. The lighter you play it, the more ethereal the music becomes. Also in the slower, more lyrical sections, it does change. It's so mercurial, and it's a short piece, but in the time that you play it, you feel like you've gone through everything. It's one of my favorite concerti to play. It's also one that a lot of people love to listen to because of, it's almost like magic in your ears. It's so interesting. With Chausson, I think the poem is probably the most played of his works, at least the most recognized. And he died young. He died in a bicycle accident. And so when you hear the emotion in this piece and you think that he didn't get to write everything that he probably wanted to write, it's particularly moving, and it makes you want to give everything you can to that piece, because all you have is the moment, and that's kind of evidenced by the way his life passed, but also by the intensity of that particular piece. And his background is really, really interesting. He didn't have to become anything. He was wealthy, he just loved music, loved art, he studied law. It's kind of an anomaly that this beautiful piece arose out of that kind of a training. It's so poignant, it feels like it was meant to be in this world, and when you play it, it just feels like it needed to be written, and he's the one who wrote it. It's really beautiful. The way I work with Mikko is a little different from how I work with other conductors. Every partnership is different. With Mikko, we often come to a decision in advance. We'll spend some time working on the piece before the first rehearsal so that we really know where we're going to be in each part of the piece when we get to the rehearsal. We don't need to, but we like to do that. And we've done that so much that we just have an understanding. With him, he's not following and I'm not following. We both bring our musical ideas to the experience, and I'm listening very closely for what his ideas are, and he's listening for mine. And I notice sometimes if I play a phrase first, the orchestra will play it the way I played it, but the way I played it might not be a standard way of playing it. So I know that they're trying to really interact, and I get to do the same thing because he presents a lot of musical ideas that I would never have thought of. So I always feel, on the one hand, challenged in a good direction. I'm listening for how I can better my playing based off of what he's bringing to the interpretation. And also 100% comfortable because I know whatever I want to do, he's going to hear it. And when we have this orchestra in that combination as well, we have some of that happening with individual musicians on stage. So it's just a really, really great partnership. We all work so well together, and I feel like the way I play with Mikko is a very specific version of my playing that is something that I really want to show people.